Hi guys and welcome to All for Shooters. We are here in Valeggio sul Mincio, near Verona in Italy for the World Muzzle Loading Championship. And now we are together with some members of the USA team. So the captain and two shooters. So guys, first of all, please introduce yourself and thank you for your time for All for Shooters.
Thank you. My name's Eugene Kennel. I'm from Pennsylvania at the U.S. and I've been shooting this for over 30 years.
Dave Cole, I'm from West Virginia, and I am part of the North-South Skirmish Association, which shoots a lot of black powder, and I'm just helping out the team this time.
I'm Eddie Davenport. I'm from North Carolina. This is my first Worlds match, but I've been shooting black powder for roughly 30 years.
Thank you so much. So, first of all, how is this competition going? Are you satisfied with the results? And is there something that you want to focus on the preparation for the next year? What's your impression from the championship?
Championship's good. Everything's run smooth, but it's extremely hot. I think most of the shooters aren't used to this type of heat, and I think that's bringing some of the scores down. There are very good scores shot, but we didn't do that well, I don't think, mostly because of the heat. Hopefully the next World Championship won't be so hot. I think it'll be Austria.
Yeah, like Gene said, it's just hot. Very impressed with the organization. It's going very, very well. And like he said, the heat, I think, is affecting a lot of the shooters and a lot of the weapons out there.
I mean, I'll parrot that. The heat's affecting my scores. Overall, this as the first Worlds match, this has been fun to do. It's definitely different than what we do in America, and I'm enjoying the competition and shooting against the best people in the world.
Okay, so another question is, are you competing in the same categories? And if not, why did you choose the category you are shooting in?
Well, I shoot 7 events, 2 rifles and the rest are pistols. I've won the rifle events 3 times in different countries, and so I thought I'd shoot them, but I think the heat's getting me on the rifles. The pistols, I'm going to try that. I'll keep shooting the pistols, but I shoot 7 events total.
And like I said, I'm just helping out. I'm learning a lot. So 2 years I come out and I shoot probably a musket and a pistol.
I'm mostly shooting rifles, 3 musket events, 1 target rifle event, and then a pistol event just because it was a side event for fun. Focusing on the rifles just because that's where all my national championships and stuff at home is in. I'm an okay pistol shot, and that's, like I said, just a fun match, but mostly focusing on the stuff I'm good at, but the heat's kind of getting to everyone.
Thank you. And I want to ask you something about the muzzle loading community, because you can see it from 2 different perspectives, because you live in the US, but you also come to Europe. So how different are the communities if you compare US with Europe? Because we know that in America you have a lot of people doing muzzle loading. I spoke with Eddie, and he told me that you have also some organizations about black powder shooting and muzzle loading. And here in Europe the situation is different, because we are starting. So in some countries it's popular, and in some countries like Italy they are just there is a growing interest, but we are starting. So what do you think?
Well, in the United States, we've got Friendship, the National Muzzling company that holds a lot of matches twice a year. The North-South Skirmish Association, same thing. It is more popular in the United States than here. But I also shot high power and then switched to muzzleloader. And I prefer muzzle, a little more challenge than high power.
Yeah, so like Gene said, we have what we call the North-South Skirmish Association, which is in for, here we go, move for the camera here. So we shoot what we in the U.S. the Civil War kind of weaponry. So muskets, carbines, mortars, artillery, revolvers, a lot of stuff. And we'll probably have 2,000 to 3,000 people out there shooting twice a year at our national matches. So it's big, but even with the size of the country, it's still a very small community, but a very good community.
Yeah, I grew up in the NSSA, so I knew Civil War shooting, and this is my first year doing this. I've known about the World Championship for about 10 years, but in America, the MLAIC, I don't know if it is as well known as it is in Europe, and so it's good to see more people coming out, because we have me and a few other people are the first time coming members of the team this year, and so it's nice to see it growing more on the international scale from the American perspective. And as you know, in America, like I said, we black powder is big, and I think it's starting to grow even more because more companies are pushing it and more people are discovering it, even if it's just for hunting. But I think it's good because it's a more challenging and more pure sport.
Okay, thank you. So you are some of the best shooters in the world since we are at the championship. But you know, All for Shooters is a magazine made for the people, for the enthusiasts, for everyone that shoots just for fun. So since there is, as I told you, there is a growing interest in Europe, what are your suggestions for anyone that is interested in start shooting? So why should I consider muzzle loading, and what is the right way, the easiest way to start shooting?
Well, you can look on the internet and find a lot of information, but if in Pedersoli's guns that he sells, a lot of those guns are qualified not just for hunting, but also for competition. So that would work very well for new beginners. They buy the right gun, they can do two things with it. There are other companies that have the same type of weapons that they can do both, and that way it will give them a good start.
Yeah, so I think one of the big things is to find a local organization that does black powder shooting. Get in there, talk to the people that are in there, learn from them, and then you can expand out and start to shoot.
I'm going to give a little shout out to a buddy of mine who runs a YouTube channel. If you're in America, I love muzzle loading. He does a lot of stuff about teaching new shooters. In America, if you want to start shooting, we have the traditional side, Pedersoli guns. They right off the box, they're some of the best guns out there for championships. The Germans this weekend broke a world record using a stock rifle, so you can do it. But if you just want to try it and you're in America, the inlines, just like you can get into muzzle loading just right off the shelf. You don't have to worry about. It's not as like pure as the real black powder, but you can get it, start experiencing it, learn more, and then expand out to the traditional guns.
Okay, guys, so thank you so much for your time, and congratulations for being here and for competing in the World Championship. We hope to see you at the next edition, maybe in Austria, if I understand correctly. Yes. And you remember to stay with All for Shooters for all the news about guns. Bye!